Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one, and it's a domed envelope punchboard box, and inside, let me slide off this pretty ribbon, oh so succulent of course. Inside are 2 Cadbury's cream eggs. Look, horrible vile things. Give me a toffee mallow any day, or a caramel one. But this beautiful box will fit 2 of them without any problem whatsoever. And I'm going to show you how to make it. So, right, wish me luck as I slide this ribbon back on. Probably isn't going to go now, is it? Let's not fiddle with it. Let's just make it. So, I made mine with the Succulent Garden Designer series paper, which is beautiful, but I've kind of had a bit of an overdose on it. So I thought I'll bring out a different paper. So I've got the Falling in Love, which is very, very pretty. This is one of those papers that's photographic on one side, and then it's a patterned paper on the other side. Let me grab the rest. So you can get a bit of an idea. So it's this sort of, it's like a printed photograph one side and then a pattern on the other side, and it's gorgeous. So look at this, we've got lace, whoopsie daisy, lace one side, beautiful heart the other side, that's a different lace. On the other side of that is this pattern, absolutely gorgeous. So a lovely, lovely, lovely set. What's this one? What's on the other side of that one? Oh yes, that same sort of, I don't know what you'd call it. I don't know what that stuff is. Is it gypsophila? Something like that. Anyway, but it's beautiful, and I wanted this one because I liked the soft idea, and so I thought I'd go with it. 6 by 6 inches, 15¼ by 15¼ centimetres, and you need an envelope punch board. That's the first thing you need. Right, so the first mark you're going to line it up at is 1½ inches, which is 3.8 centimetres. You punch and score, then you turn it round and you punch and score at 3 inches. So you're not lining up, you're not lining this score line up with the score guide, you're ignoring that. So go for 3 inches, which is 7.6 centimetres, punch and score, bring it back round again, 1½ inches, 3.8 centimetres. So again, you're not lining it up. And then the final one, 3 inches, 7.6 centimetres. So okay, so that's the shape you've got. Now you've got grooves here that line up. You need to come and match up these grooves. You're not scoring them, you're just matching them up. So this score line here, where there is no groove, that's the one I need to work on, and I'm going to line that up to my score guide. And just punch, I'm not scoring. And I'm going to do the same here. So I've got another score line here, which doesn't have a groove. So I'm just going to put my scoring tool down because I will score otherwise. So you simply punch, and you just do that all the way round. So there you are now left with 2 notches on each side that match the score lines, but you only have 4 score lines. So you've got 2 that way and 2 that way. Hope that makes sense. Perfect. Right, let's round off these corners. If you haven't come across an envelope punch board before, you can make so much more than just envelopes. Haha, just check out my blog and then check under a section called envelope punch board. There's loads there. Right, I don't think I've actually even made an envelope, or I've never made an envelope for a card. I've made envelope shapes, but not actually for a card. I've made envelope shapes and put stuff in them and made them bow and bend and dome, which is what we're doing here. Okay, so I'm folding my score lines like that. So I've got them all folded, and you've got the big triangles and you've got the little triangles. Left and right of the big triangles is where you were going to snip there. Let's grab scissors. So just that part there, just that one little section, and then the same to the other side of the triangle, and the same on both sides. So I put that down. Those are the bits I've separated, just those parts there. Okay, now you need to come in with a bone folder, but try and get a long one if you can. If you haven't and you've got R1, you need to sort of do it twice, but we're going to gently curl the big triangle. And like I say, a longer bone folder makes this slightly easier, but you're just getting a bit of a curl on it. Can you see that hovering over my arm? And the same here, so, but just quite gently, not the sort of the strength you would do if you were curling ribbon. We're just sort of gently bending the fibres a bit, and that's so that it will fold over and flow like that. And then do just a little one on this end, just because it looks nice with the smooth fold there rather than a score line. So it's just the aesthetics really more than anything. Just gentle on there and there. And like I say, I'm really doing this very gently, as though I was stroking a cat. That's how gently I'm doing it, and it's just enough to get the bend. Okay, right, where do you put your adhesive? So I've got this face down with the pattern I want to have showing out, because I find it easier then, rather than doing this and sort of bending it forwards and sticking it. Just pop it down, face out, and put glue in these little triangular parts that you've separated. So a nice dry glue. So I've got my Fuse, my favourite adhesive. And then bring this so that your inside edge there matches this loose edge. So you're just bending it round. Same there and over there. And then the same on the other side as well. There we go. And then I've got 2 more eggs. So I've got 2 in there, 2 more in here. And Cadbury's cream eggs are pretty standard size. They're not Kinder egg size, but Lindor eggs fit, caramel eggs, all those variations. They are pretty much exactly the same size. So they will fit in. Now it's not going to hold itself closed, as obviously as you can see that. So we're going to do that with the ribbon in a minute. But I just want to do my little bit of stamping. So I decided I was going to focus on what I thought was Pool Party, but it's actually not. It's Soft Sky. So bear with me while I swap this. The Soft Sky. Oopsie daisy. Soft Sky. And let me swap my ink as well. This is what happens when you prep at night time under spotlights. So we're going for Soft Sky on this one. And I've got this lovely, I love the basket bunch. I haven't yet made a basket. But I do love this set. I've used lots of bits of it. And I'm going to go for the wording that says "You're extra special." Did consider going for "May all your chocolate be solid," but I did have a bit of a discussion with Chris over that, because he went, okay. And I went, well, no, it's meant to be. You want a solid milk chocolate egg rather than a hollow chocolate egg, as opposed to you'd like it solid rather than melted. But he was like, yeah, no, I don't like that. So I went, okay then. So I'm going with "Your extra special" instead. Let me just get that. The wonderful thing about a photopolymer stamp is that you can bend it. And I've just inadvertently bent it as I put it on. Right, little scrap of Whisper White. And I've got my classic label, whoops. I've got my classic label punch in there. And it just fits in. One of them. Sorry, my phone's buzzing away like crazy. And one on my big scrap of Soft Sky. And I'm just going to offset those. So I want mini glue dots. I'm just going to take a couple in the middle of this, the one that I stamped. And then I can just offset it a little bit. So you get a little bit of the blue behind. There we go. Let's tie this up. So, yeah, I got the Pool Party ribbon out as well, didn't I? I need some white ribbon. Okay, I'll grab Succulent Garden. Yes, I'll go for this one. Might as well, because I've got the Succulent Garden one there. This comes as a pair. You get white. You get one white one and a one in Sweet Sugar Plum. Couldn't think. Okay. So I've just basically bent it all over into position. And the paper is such good quality, it's trying to fight me. So I'm just going to, there we go. I've anchored it down a little bit. And just tie off a knot. Because, you know, bows and me, not great friends. And I'm going to slide that. There we go. And then I'm going to pop dimensional on the back of that. I'm not actually, I'm going to put, well, I would if I could see them. There we go. These are the long dimensional strips where they're long and thin. And you use them for shaker cards, except I don't. I use them for everything but shaker cards. On there. on there, your extra special. Let's see if I can get this closed back up and get this ribbon on. Just so that I can finish it off and you can see it. We'll see the pair of them together. Probably not. I'm all fingers and thumbs now. I'm going to do it, even if I have to undo it and do it again and tie a knot instead of a bow. I was proud of that bow as well. But it's cute. They are quick to make. I'm having a look at the time. I'm waffling away and it's 10 minutes. So less than 10 minutes. Easy peasy. And that would look lovely on an Easter table on Easter Sunday. Or maybe if you go out, we don't do Easter egg hunts. I do them with the children, but we don't go out to do them. But, you know, one of those tucked in a nice little basket on Easter Sunday at an Easter egg hunt. What do you think? Hope you like it. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. I hope to speak to you soon. Bye.